Nikita. So, can you tell us about what you've been doing here at i63?
Yeah, I work with ELC Gaming, and we're the company that has been producing the Mountain Dew Game Fuel League, and it's culminated in the grand final live at Insomnia 63.
Yeah, so this is all Rocket League stuff, right? Which is a game that I personally don't know loads about. So, can you tell us a bit about how the league works?
Yeah, I mean, Rocket League is essentially football with cars. It's a 3v3 competitive game where each player controls a car. They can also have a boost, go in the air, and so on. It's a lot of fun, even when you are starting out, but it has a really high skill gap. So there's a lot, there's a real skill ceiling that you can kind of climb up to, which is great fun.
Do you personally play a lot of it?
I play a little bit of it, not loads. There's other games that I might, but I really enjoy hosting it, and I love gamers and so on. So I do a lot of the interviews and hosting and stuff around that.
So yeah, as we say, you're presenting it. So can you tell us a bit about how you kind of got into that, because it's a pretty interesting career path.
Yeah, so I've been following esports since about 2003. I started with Halo 2, MLG. I've loved it. I followed it all the way to forwards. And eventually kind of what happened is that I quit my corporate job and was like, that's it, I'm going for esports. It was tough, and anyone out there watching, it is tough. You have to really put yourself out there a lot, but eventually if you're good and you work hard, you will find a place, and that's what happened. A bit of luck, hard work, and kind of belief. I got the shot with ELC to do a hosting, and then actually at the event, I love League of Legends, and their caster dropped out, so they had a solo cast. And I said, look, I can talk a bit about League of Legends, and they brought me on. Then they brought me back for Counter-Strike, and then I joined the company.
I mean, that's awesome. So, of all the games that you haven't worked on, which do you think you would like to work on the most?
Oh, okay, current or any?
Well, yeah, go for both.
Okay, so I think it has to go back to Halo 3, because that was the game that I used to watch, and I remember I have such fond memories that I would love to have been kind of there at that time. Current, I think there's so many really cool games that are happening. I think Fortnite would be cool. There's a lot of them I love. Battlegrounds, there's loads of them, but I just think that everything that's happening with Fortnite, and it's different to more traditional esports in the way that the competition is being run, and I think that's super interesting, and the way that you have to cast it in the same way that casting League of Legends is very different to Overwatch, casting Fortnite very different to those games, and I'd love that challenge.
Yeah, they all come with their own kind of unique sort of attributes, you know. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, beyond what you've been doing here on Rocket League, have you had a chance to look at anything else at i63?
Yeah, I've been walking around. I think Razer have a really cool booth. Obviously Spider-Man on the PlayStation, super excited about that. We're getting that on release. That's kind of the two things, but just the crowd, the people, some of the cosplay has been insane. So.
Oh, yeah. So what's been your absolute favorite thing, total highlight about being here?
I mean, the truck and it going really well because I am working, so client's happy, so I'm happy.
I mean, yeah, no, it looks pretty insane. So, but yeah, thank you so much for speaking to us, and I'm sure you're going to have a great rest of your i63, and we'll see you in i64 hopefully.
Great, thanks a lot.